Let me explain the program, that is a body mass index calculation. And here you are going to consider the following conditions. Based on this, the code is going to be written. So for this, you create a file, and I'm creating a file bmicalc.c. The first part is documentation. So do the documentation part using double slash, write the program. So this is a program for BMI calculation. And then include the header file that is required for this program. So that is stdio.h, standard input output header file, and start the main function using int main of. Then in this program you have to consider two inputs of type float, so that is the weight and height, and you're going to calculate the BMI. So these are the required variable you have to declare. Then you have to prompt the user. Using the printf statement, ask the user to enter weight and height. This weight and height, you are going to be insert a new line in between that, and then using scanf statement, read the first value, that is but here in this program both values are of type float, so percentage of comma sorry, next identifier, that is required for weight. First identifier is first specifier is needed for weight, the second specifier is needed for height. After reading these two specifier, mention the corresponding variable, that is ampersand w and then ampersand h. Okay, so the next part is so the inputs are ready. Now you have to calculate the BMI using BMI is equal to the formula weight divided by height square. So that is height into height. So the calculation is over. Now your part is to verify the BMI range. So here the first condition, if BMI is, you can check if BMI is available. Now BMI is less than or equal to 18.5, that is underweight. So here we are writing BMI is less than or equal to 18.5 means in a if statement we are going to say in a printf statement the BMI value is also going to print. BMI is equal to how much percentage you want to. Okay, so that is the specifier you have to give, and comma ampersand BMI, the variable name. Sorry, here there is no need of ampersand, it's a printf statement. So BMI calculation is over. So the next part you're going to say you are under. So the status, BMI status of yours is, you're going to say underweight. So criteria 1 is over. Then what is the next criteria? So if BMI is less than or equal to 24.9, so that condition you are going to write. If BMI less than or equal to 24.9 means the first part, the printf statement of BMI is equal to, so how much BMI, so that is going to be displayed first, followed by the printf statement. So this status is normal. So two criteria are over. So here you are going to write, it's an else if statement, the second condition, if BMI falls under the second condition. Then the third condition, if else if of BMI is less than or equal to, third condition 29.9. So 29.9 means you're going to say in a printf statement, what is your BMI? That is BMI is equal to, in the specifier of float type you have to mention comma BMI, the variable which contains the value. Now you are going to say you are under which criteria. So that is your status is overweight. Overweight. That so third criteria is also over. And the last criteria we can just mention. Okay, so what is the fourth criteria? That is obese. If more than that, so that is we can go for else statement. No need to mind write the condition directly. We can go for else statement, and you can say what is your BMI. So BMI is percentage is equal to how much? So comma BMI value is going to be printed. Then you're going to say in a printf statement that is obese. So what is your status? You are under obese category. So that's all about this program. Once you finish this program, save this program using escape colon WQ exclamatory symbol and then compile the program. So here CC for compilation, the command is cc filename.c, and if there is no error, you can go for executing the output. For example, if I am giving the weight is 94, height is 1.8, and what is the value? That is BMI is 29.01234 like that, and the status is overweight. So this is how you have to verify. And in case if you want to print the final value with only two decimal points, you have to modify. For example, only for the last criteria, just I will show how to do this modification. For example, I just want to print the BMI value with two decimal point. Then I have to say it is 0.2f. Save the program and execute and then verify. The final result will be displayed with the, so compile the program with the two decimal points. So compile the program. Now go for executing the output. Okay, so if I'm saying weight is 1.4 and sorry, I have given wrongly the data. So for this you won't get the value correctly, right? Okay, so I'm going to say compile the clear the program and then once again I'll execute, compile the program and run the output. Okay, so if I'm saying the weight is 60, height is 1.4, so the BMI is 30.61. Now it is only showing two decimal value, that is with the help of 0.2f and the status. So same way you can update with all the criteria wherever you are printing the BMI value. So this is how you have to do this program.